Okay, so the neurological disorder I chose was migraines. So, so the description of the disorder is migraines are recurring headaches which have varying intensity, and they're pains that occur due to a lot of activity on active brain cells, and the activity triggers chemicals like serotonin that narrow the blood cells, and it's bad because serotonin is necessary for communication between brain cells, and like that's stopped and it causes pain. And then some images of the migraine. So those are the two black and white images are two MRIs, and like the little circle in red shows like where the migraines like what part of the brain they impact. And then the picture on the left shows like the phases of the migraines and where it gets as bad and like the stages of it. So obviously in the red parts are like the migraine really hits, and that's when it's the worst. And the symptoms when you're at that point of the migraine is irritability, head throbbing, nausea, sensitivity to light, sound, and smell. So some of the symptoms of migraines are the headaches are reoccurring, and the pain can be either throbbing or dull. It just depends on the headache and the person. And nausea and sensitivity are very common, and you could experience pain in the face and neck is common, and you become very dizzy. And some more is like they last 4 to up to 72 hours. They usually are in like one location on the face, and not one location, but like one side of the face. So it's usually on like the left side, right side. There's a pulsating sensation. There's moderate or severe pain intensity. It's classified as a migraine when the pain is worse and it affects like other things, and it's not just a headache. And that's how you distinguish it between a migraine and a headache. And it's aggravated by routine physical activity, and they're accompanied by nausea and or vomiting and sensitivity to light or sound. So some of the causes of migraines, or like how you get migraines, is many things cause them, such as excess stress, dehydration, and bright lights. Many foods and drinks also trigger migraines, and some are alcohol and caffeine. And although it's not 100% proven, many people who suffer from migraines also have family members that suffer from migraines. So it can be genetic. About 80 to 90% of people with migraines also have family members that get migraines. And some treatments, migraines are usually self-treatable, and you could take like pain medication. They make like special medication for migraines you could just get like at like a CVS. There's stress relieving activities, better sleep habits, and if you avoid migraine triggers, if you have migraines, it's usually not just oh, I have a headache, like I have a migraine. Migraines are usually classified as migraines when you get them a lot. So you kind of know what causes them once you start getting them like routinely almost, and you could avoid those things obviously, and then your chance of getting the migraines are less likely. And a lot of people get MRIs or tests done to make sure, God forbid, there's nothing wrong in their brain, like tumors and stuff like that. And that's not what's causing the migraine. It could just be stress or bad sleep habits and that stuff. So some additional information is I suffer from migraines. That's why I chose this one, to learn more about it that I didn't know. And ever since I was younger, I suffered from bad headaches. And once my parents were like, Julia, stop complaining. I'll send you to the emergency room. And I was like, fine, take me to the emergency room. So that's how they knew it was bad, because I was willing to go to the emergency room. And I've been to the emergency room, ENT doctors to see if it was my sinuses, and a bunch of neurologists. And I got multiple tests done. I got MRIs and x-rays and like a sinus camera up my nose to see like inside my sinuses. And I checked my sinuses in my brain, but the doctors didn't find a problem. They just classified my headaches as migraines. And I know when I'm going to get a migraine, usually like with the weather, or sometimes if I'm at like concerts and the sound is like loud, I know when I go home and I have a headache the next day. And when it's hot out, especially like if I'm in the sun, or even at like school events where there's a lot of people in like the auditorium or like the gym, I know with the heat I'm going to get a headache, and I know what I should and shouldn't do to prevent them. And some celebrities who suffer from migraines are Serena Williams, Ben Affleck, and Lisa Kudrow. And it's like a fact that more women than men suffer from migraines, and I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, that was my project.